Good morning, America, and welcome to the Jaden and Timmy Show. Please welcome co-producer and editor of the film Flashing Lights, Landon Hecht.
Hi, everybody.
How does your product use or challenge conventions, and how does it represent social media groups or issues?
Well, Jaden, in the film Flashing Lights, the conflict for our film is supposed to be technology versus self. But it also represents others versus self. The phones in the film relate to the real-life world due to the fact the phones being literally everywhere and with everyone 24/7. It also supports the idea of phone addictions by having everyone infected besides Cornwallis. This would then lead into the idea of the Marxist film theory. This is because it represents one person against a bigger group of people. Cornwallis is supposed to represent it as an outsider from the rest of the population who likes to read and doesn't use a phone to keep himself entertained. In our film, a class being in session in a closet connected to the classroom, the problem with the setting was how big the classroom is compared to the size of the class. The pictures shown is what our setup and the setting of the class would look like, shown in a momentarily.
How does your product engage with audiences, and how would it be distributed as a text like TV show, movies, TV movie, YouTube Shorts, and why?
Our film would become a movie if it were to be fully filmed. If we were to film it as a movie, it would allow us to develop more of a plot in our film and include several scenes we had to cut out.
I have a question. What parts of the film did you have to cut out?
Okay, Jaden, we had several scenes we needed to cut out due to time management in our film going under 2 minutes. But one of my most favorite scenes that I wanted to be in the movie was the hallway scene. And I'll show you a clip of it now.
What's up, dude? Did you hear that loud noise earlier?
Yeah, I wonder where it came from. I had to use the restroom.
Yeah, I was already in the bathroom too. But did you do the
Another reason to make it a movie is it will also allow for advertisement towards the movie, which can help us with funding and making more money. Also, our product reaches out to the audience and engages with them for 2 reasons. One is how it almost gives the audience an idea to not be so greatly attached to phones, and how they shouldn't have their everyday life being connected to it. The second reason is it can relate to students because students are in our film and it can very closely represent a classroom in real life. You're good.
How did your production skills develop throughout this project?
In our film, after producing the movie, we learned to adapt in the film. During the filming process, we have an issue determining camera angles to use and where and how actors should hold the phone to consider the lighting issue. One thing that has hurt us drastically was editing. Not the transitions, but the sounds. This is because myself, forgot to put music into the film. And I thought sounds would be considered as music. So I had to have my other partners help me with the film in order to add music and make it better for the film and audience. We finally were able to add music, and that allowed us to have a better film.
I have 2 questions. First question being, what are the bloopers in your film?
In our film, we had several bloopers, almost too many to count on my hands. But this is one of my favorite bloopers?
It didn't turn off.
Go.
And my second question is, can I see a setup for your filming?
And this is what our camera setup looked like.
How did you integrate software, hardware, and online in this project?
In our film, we had several uses of technology. In our technological side in electronics, we used CapCut and WordPress. And in the physical side, we used phones for our props, clothing like orange clothing, purple, pink, etc. And we also used our rig and a tripod in order for our recording, and we also used the phones for lights too. And then for CapCut, it is a TikTok partnership or something made by TikTok that is allowing you to edit and cut videos to your liking. And then WordPress, which allows you to upload blogs, and this is what is going to be sent to Ace as the blog. And then for our phones, this was used to help with the lighting, and also used to represent the Marxist film theory and our film. And then the rigs and the rig was used to hold my phone, which we used for recording, in place to record our scene, and then the tripod was used to hold the rig in place.